Palm Bay's housing market is correcting. Should you buy the dip? So, Palm Bay's home prices are finally coming back down to earth. And my phone has been blowing up with one question. Is now the time to buy the dip? I mean, it's flooding my inbox, my comments, my texts every single day. Now, if you want a personal answer to that question based on your unique situation, I put a link in the description below where you can book a free strategy call with yours truly. But for those of you who want to understand the full picture before making a move, you're gonna wanna stick with me. You've seen the headlines, you've noticed the price cuts on Zillow, and for the first time in what feels like forever, it seems like buyers might actually have a shot. But here's the hard truth. For some of you, buying right now could be a massive financial mistake. It might be like trying to catch a falling knife, leaving you with a home that's worth less than what you actually paid for. And yet for others, this exact moment is the single best opportunity they've had in a decade to grab a home in a growing coastal city at a huge discount. So, how do you know which camp you're in? How do you tell the difference between a golden opportunity and a catastrophic trap? My name is Stephen Thomas and I'm a real estate agent right here in the trenches of Palm Bay and the Space Coast. I see what's really going on behind the national headlines. I'm not just staring at charts all day. I'm walking through real homes with real buyers, talking to builders on the daily about their actual inventory, and negotiating contracts every single day. In this video, I'm gonna lay out the real risk versus the real rewards for home buyers here in the Palm Bay area. We're gonna look at the data, we're gonna look at the local trends, and also the lifestyle factors so you can make the best decision based on facts and not fear. All right, before we jump into the risks and rewards, we need a clear picture of what's happening on the ground here. So when you hear correction, you hear crash, and it's easy to get them mixed up. So think of it like this. The 2021 frenzy was like driving 100 miles an hour in a 60 miles an hour zone. A crash, like 2008, is when the car flips over. A correction is what we're experiencing right now. This is simply tapping the brakes to get back on the safe zone at a sustainable speed. It's definitely a necessary slowdown, not a disaster. And right now, Palm Bay is in that clear market correction space. So in real numbers, Redfin clocked the median sales price for a single month in November of 2025 at around $320,000, which was down a significant 6.4% from the year before. Zillow's data shows typical home values hovering in the low to mid 320,000s as well, with a more modest drop of around 3 to 4% over the past year. So no matter how you slice it, this is the first meaningful year-over-year price decline we've seen in a long time. So you know what that means. The frenzy is over. Gone are the days of homes getting 50 offers in a weekend and selling for $100,000 over asking price. You can also blame that on big companies. Instead, we're seeing things balance out. The 2021 market was like a Black Friday doorbuster sale. A mad dash where you grabbed whatever you could, whenever you could, no questions asked. Today's market is like a quiet Tuesday afternoon. You can browse, you can compare options, and actually negotiate your deals. Redfin recently reported the typical days on market at about 71 days. Think about that. Instead of hours, we're talking over 2 months. This shift gives buyers something they haven't had in years: breathing room. And negotiation is key. Right now, data shows that buyers are on average paying about 2% below the final list price. Not at list, not over list, but under. We're also seeing a huge number of sellers who have cut their price, sometimes 2 or 3 times before they find a buyer. Several housing analysts have even flagged Palm Bay as a Florida market experiencing a notable correction. So to sum it up, prices are softening, inventory is up, homes are sitting longer, and sellers are negotiating. That, my friends, is a market correction, and it sets the stage for everything else we're about to talk about. Okay, so we know what is happening. Now let's talk about the why. Understanding the forces pushing the market down helps us see where it might be going next. And it really boils down to 4 things. First is mortgage rates and affordability. The rock bottom rates of a pandemic are a distant memory. Think of the housing market as a game of musical chairs. During the pandemic, there were 10 buyers for every 5 homes. Now, with higher rates, half the players have left the game, forcing sellers to compete for buyers who do remain still. The second driver is the homeowner's insurance crisis. If you live in Florida, you're already nodding because you know what it is. It's like finding your dream car for a great price, only to discover the insurance is going to cost an extra $500 a month. That deal on the car suddenly doesn't look so good, does it? While there's hope for reform, this extra cost has taken a big bite out of affordability, and especially on older homes. The third driver is the new construction factor. Palm Bay has a massive amount of new homes being built by Lennar, D.R. Horton, and a whole bunch more. These builders are offering wild incentives like closing cost credits and interest rate buy downs. It creates intense competition. It's like choosing between two laptops. You could buy a used, a 5-year-old model from someone online for $1,000, or you can simply go to the store and get a brand new one, especially ones with a faster model with a warranty and free software for just a little bit more. For many buyers, the choice is obvious, and that puts immense pressure on resale sellers. And the fourth driver is the pandemic hangover. That historic flood of people moving to Florida from 2020 to 2023 just wasn't sustainable. The market was simply holding its breath underwater for about 3 years now, and it has finally come up for air. Now mind you, people are still moving to Florida, but the slower pace gives inventory a chance to build back up and lets the market breathe. Now this is the heart of the video. We know what's happening and we know why it's happening. Now let's break down the risk and rewards you're facing if you're thinking about buying in Palm Bay right now. So risk number one, let's tackle the first biggest fear, buying a home and watching its value drop. And that is what we call catching a falling knife. It's definitely a real risk. It's entirely possible that if you buy a home today for $350,000, its on paper value could be valued at $335,000 in a year. That could put you underwater on your mortgage, making it hard to sell or even refinance. But that same scenario, here's the reward. You're buying after the party, not during the peak craziness. Think of the 2022 market as a champagne bottle that just popped. But buying now is like pouring a glass after things have settled. You still get the same great champagne, just without paying for the pop and the overflow. So for a long-term buyer, someone staying 5 to 7 years, a short-term dip is far less scary. Now our second risk is getting charmed by a sticker price only to get sideswiped by the true cost. Like we talked about before, homeowners insurance is the main culprit. You may just find a home for $330,000, but an insurance quote for $8,000 a year could add $500 to your monthly payment. Property taxes and HOA can also turn an affordable home into an absolute burden. However, the powerful reward is what your money buys. It's like going grocery shopping. That budget that gets you a half-empty cart in Miami or even Sarasota will have you leaving with a cart that's overflowing in Palm Bay. So yes, costs are up everywhere, but your purchasing power is dramatically stronger here. Plus, for those of you who aren't already here, Florida has no state income tax, which is a huge financial win. The third risk is tied to the new construction boom. It's like opening a small independent coffee shop only to have a brand new Starbucks open right across the street a month later. That new competition, with its flashy deals and brand recognition, can make it tough for your home's value to grow for a few years. But for a buyer in 2026, this risk becomes an amazing reward. My friends, you have all the power. This is a buyer's market with more homes for sale and nervous sellers. You can negotiate price, closing costs, and repairs. And here's the pro tip. Use the new build incentives as your leverage. Here's what you do. Go to a resale homeowner and say, I do love your house, but the builder down the street is offering a 4.99% interest rate. If you can't get close to that, it just makes more sense for me to buy new. And that, my friends, is a powerful position to be in. Okay, I know, that's a lot to process, and figuring out how to compare builders' incentives to resale negotiation is where it gets tricky. This is exactly where having a local expert in your corner is an absolute game changer. If you'd like to walk through how this applies to your specific financial situation, I've opened up my calendar for one-on-one calls. You can use the link in the description below to book a free strategy session with yours truly. There's no pressure, just straight talk. Now let's get to our last 2 points. Now let's be brutally honest. A potential risk is a lifestyle mismatch. If you're looking for the spicy 5-alarm fire energy of a city like a Miami, Palm Bay might taste a bit bland. It's definitely not a nightlife destination. You won't find a packed downtown with rooftop bars everywhere. Buying in a city that doesn't fit your vibe is a recipe for disaster. But on the flip side, for a huge number of people, that's the entire reward. It's the comfort and reliable satisfaction of a home-cooked meal. Palm Bay is a classic suburban city built around quiet neighborhoods, good schools, and a relaxed pace of life. The lifestyle revolves around its 30 parks and easy access to the Indian River and the Atlantic beaches. So while some see quiet, countless others see the perfect, safe place to raise a family. The final risk is growing pains. And Palm Bay grew fast, and that boom has put a real strain on infrastructure. A common complaint is traffic on main roads like Malabar or even Palm Bay Road. Living in what feels like a constant construction zone, and it can be frustrating. But the reward is that you're essentially investing in a promising startup just as it secures the funding to fix its early issues. You get to buy in at the ground floor price before the city matures and its value soars. The city is now shifting towards smart, resident-focused developments simply to improve roads and bring in higher wage jobs and quality retail. You're getting the future, more polished version of Palm Bay for today's discounted price. So, after all of that, what's the verdict? Should you buy the dip in Palm Bay? I don't know. That's for you to decide. But if you're looking for a yes or no, you came to the wrong video. Palm Bay, especially in 2026, is a market of opposites. This is a market for planting an oak tree, not for day trading a volatile stock. It is absolutely not the market for short-term investors or house flippers trying to make a quick buck. The risk of prices softening a bit more is just too high. However, for the right buyer, the market is a compelling opportunity. It's a fantastic choice for long-term homeowners, especially families needing more space. You have families relocating from expensive states, and it's for anyone who plans to live in their home for at least 5 to 7 years. It's simply for people who want that suburban, family-friendly lifestyle and are ready to ride out some short-term bumps in exchange for a great home in a city that's investing in itself. Ultimately, the question isn't just, should I buy the dip? The real question is, does buying a home in Palm Bay right now match my personal, financial, and lifestyle goals for the next 5 to 7 years? And if you're struggling to answer that, a personal consultation can bring a lot of clarity. I put a link in the description below where you can book a call with yours truly. And if the answer is yes, then this correction might be the shot you've been waiting for. So if you're ready to take the next step and want an expert to help you build a strategy, and that's whether for new construction or even resale, the easiest way to start is by simply booking a private consultation through the link in my description. Hey, my team and I are here to give you honest advice and also local expertise, ensuring you feel confident in your decision. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. If you found this breakdown helpful, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And also turn on your notifications. I post videos just like this one every single week, giving you the real, no hype story of the Space Coast real estate market. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.